And now we have Zhao and Denise Saul. Dai is a Chinese translator and writer, an MA translation student at the University of Warwick. Denise Saul is a writer, poet and visual artist. She's the pamphlet selector for the Poettrio Experiment and is currently undertaking a PhD in creative writing at the University of Roehampton. In fact, Fiona is her supervisor. Yes, so please come and present your work.
Okay, so firstly, I sent this poem, this concrete poem I wrote to Denise, and also I gave her a literal translation, because I'm a harsh person. I want to challenge her with this very difficult translation, because considering the big difference between Chinese and English, it's very difficult to both keep the content and the form at the same time, right? So you can see how surprised I was when I see her translation.
It's quite interesting actually with Dai sending me 2 translations, and I didn't want to approach it from a poetic stance because I thought it would remove me from the 2 poems. So what I did, I think it's actually the shape of the iconic translation drew me to take a photograph of my shoe in response, because that shoe itself neither belongs to a female or a male, and I just wanted to create more tension with Dai's translation and her original poem. So that's why I steered away from photographing a traditional shoe or stiletto or high heel shoe and chose a shoe which is slightly ambiguous.
So I'm going to read this Chinese to see, well, just to see how it sounds. But I suppose most of you cannot speak Chinese, so just 幼嫩的脚被冷酷的鞋子磨出血，大人说不要紧，多走走，磨出茧子就好了。Okay, next one.
So with this poem, it's a prose poem, and Dai asked me a really interesting question beforehand. She said to me, why did I choose this poem for her? I previously worked with a film director to make a video poem based on this prose poem, and I just wanted to see how it would behave or misbehave under Dai's direction. So that's why I gave you the prose poem. Other flowers. If we wait in silence for a while, we should see the apples that you talked about, I say to Iris. She nods. The afternoon does not arrive in the way that I hoped. She points at a tree. Yesterday and this morning she kept on repeating the same word, but I did not understand why she would mention fruit when the tree was bare. I met Iris at a conversation group last week where she talked about apples. I sit with her on the lawn and watch wood pigeons. I still can't see them, I tell her. I sip a cup of green tea. She talks about persistence, daisies, and other flowers.
Okay, so after I've read this poem, the image of apple always just kept reappearing in my mind. It's kind of a torture. So I said, okay, I'll just translate this image. I'll draw this image out with Chinese characters. So I can say my translation just picks out the most impressive, most shocking part of Denise's prose poem and just presents it to the audience. But to some extent, I think it's kind of influenced how the audience understand this poem. But anyway, I'm gonna read my translation. 如果我们安静的等一会儿，应该会看到你说的那些苹果。我对厄里斯说。他点点头， 然而那天下午和我期望的不一样。他指着树，昨天、今早，他一直重复着同一个词。但是我不明白为什么树还光秃秃的时候，他就已经谈论起果实。我和厄里斯相识在上周的座谈小组，那时他谈到了苹果。我和他坐在草坪上看林鸽，我还是看不到。我对他说，我啜了口绿茶。他说起坚持、雏菊和其他的话。Some points. Like I literally translate this poem, so I didn't add in too much of my own interpretation. Maybe it's the magic of poetry, because before I translate this poem, I asked several of my friends to interpret this. But what's interesting is they give different interpretations. So I keep this content, and so I just literally translate, not exactly word for word translation, but try to keep all the possibilities of interpretations. Okay, that's all.